The Old Republic Deceived was the novel to take place after the awesome trailer, the Star Wars MMO Old Republic trailer Deceived. It focuses on Darth Malgus or Malgus. I just refer to him as Malgus. And when I first saw Malgus, I was thinking, he looks like Darth Malak. I'm like everything about him, the bald head, except his skin is grayer, and he has that mask that covers his jaw, which we later learn in the two other trailers that it turns out he gets scarred by during the Battle of Alderaan. It takes place during the attack on Coruscant. Well, it starts out at least, and we learn more about Darth Malgus. We don't really learn much about his past. Like that was the original plan. We were going to do a backstory about his past and focus on his future and his current status. And he comes to learn that the Sith is trying to make a peace treaty with the Republic, and they're using Coruscant as a hostage negotiation tactic. And Malgus is very disgusted by this, and he ultimately hates it, believes that have brought doom to the Empire by bringing about peace, and thinks that's unbefitting of the Sith. Also, he focuses on his lover. I can't pronounce her name, so don't even try. Um, so I'm not even going to try on that. But she is a very important factor in the story, specifically how she gets kidnapped and then rescued, and then at the end, I will talk about that in a minute. This novel was my second most anticipated book I wanted to check out, mostly because the first one was Revan. Like I said in my previous video, I wanted to focus. I was excited to see Revan one more time, and well, besides the MMO, and I also wanted to look up who's Malgus. Like I wanted to know so much about the Sith Lord. So, and not just that, it also focuses on Venzalos, the Jedi Master that he killed during the attack that you see in the trailer. Um, uh, his apprentice, a Jedi Knight. I'm trying to pronounce the name right. Arian Leaner. Um, I can't. I can't really pronounce it right. And um, she starts to go on this dark path of vengeance, and she secretly turns her back on the Jedi Order to go to Coruscant and find out who killed her master and killed the murderer. Um, she has to find a way to get back to Coruscant since it's currently occupied by the Sith. And during all of this occupation, the Sith are like Malaga expected a full-scale orbital bombardment of Coruscant, but Darth Angaro brings much contempt and disgust when he reveals that it's actually a hostage negotiation tactic for the Republic to get this treaty signed and get some special treatment out of this. And and like we get into the psyche of Malagus and like try to learn what a little bit more about him, specifically his love for. Let me try to pronounce it. I said wasn't going to try, but I can't help but try. Elena, who refers to him as love, which made me say, "Okay, that's Hera. Okay, you're Hera, except you're working for the Sith." Since Hera refers to Kanan as her love. Um, but that's beside the point. Um, like Elena and Malagus had this slave master mentality, but then it started becoming husband and wife mentality, and they try to keep it as secret as possible so it doesn't display weakness. And during when Arya kidnapped Elena, Malagus had to confront her and almost kill her, and he let her go because she spared Elena's life after Elena realized after she realized that Elena was well treated harshly by her master. So there's not really showing much on that, but like we do learn that Malagas does care deeply about her. Like, when she refers to him by his real name, he gets angered by that in front of the Sith Lords, especially. So, yeah, because that was one of the things not to say. And then he picks her up roughly, aggravating her wounds that she sustained during the battle against the Jedi. And also, but then he let her rest on his chest or whatever armor suit he's wearing to show that he cares and is trying to keep up appearances for all we know. Um, it's a very tragic story regarding Elena and Malagas, mostly because of how it ends. Since he doesn't kill her since Malagas doesn't kill Arian, in their second fight, but instead of killing her, he allows her to leave Coruscant after she spared Elena's life. And that is when you realize he let his emotions dictate his judgment and control his actions. So he, after confessing his feelings for her, saying that he loved her with tears in his eyes, after she told him what was wrong with him, um, he stabs her in the heart. That's fucked up. That is actually the second most fucked up moment in this novel. The original plan, there was supposed to be a scene where a bunch of Sith Lords are playing ball with a bunch of severed Jedi heads. And that would have been the most fucked up moment in the novel. But they cut that out. And I was thinking, like, okay, that actually would have been interesting. Like, Sith playing ball, but with Jedi heads, that actually would have been interesting. And I'm also a morbid bastard for that. Oh man. So, anyways, this novel was very exciting to see. I had to look it up through my Essential Readers Companion to catch up on what I was missing since I hadn't read it in a while. But ultimately, I do know that it is a tragic tale for Malagas because of his feelings for Alina and how it all ends in tragedy. And you can't help but feel sorry for him, but at the same time, you're also disgusted that he would willingly kill her because he sees her as weakness to himself, and he can't afford himself to worry himself over it. And it also, and then it starts to really affect his psyche to the point he can't stop thinking about her even after death, to the point that it fueled his anger. So in death, she became his greatest strength. So yeah, it's like you can't help but feel sorry for him at times. So then afterwards, he starts to realize he tends to take over the empire himself by starting by killing his political rival, Lord Andorus, and and you later see that experience in Star Wars the MMO game, Star Wars the Old Republic, where Malgus attempts to take over the Empire, and we all know how that worked out. And, well, that's pretty much how I pretty much summed it up. I didn't get into specific details about this, but, like, they did want to focus more on Malchus's past, but LucasArts and Lucasfilms and LucasArts and Bioware had different directions with him, and we learned more about a bit of his past in Darth Plagueis, which I never got into, so sorry about that. But ultimately, this novel was one of my most anticipated novels from the Old Republic series. Like I said, next to Revan. So, if you should check it out, you can. Well, everyone, this was Neo Reality Entertainment. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and donate, and stay tuned for more.